Hi, this is Brushali and you are watching Brusharaj Classes YouTube channel. As promised in my previous video, here I am with few more amazing facts of the squares and square roots. Already few amazing facts I have discussed in my previous video. You can check the link given below. So now let's proceed further with few more amazing facts of squares and square roots. Now the next fact is regarding the number of zeros. Yes, the number of zeros at the end of the square and its square root. If we find the square of any number ending with 0, then the number of zeros in its square is going to be twice of that. Yes. So what is the meaning of this? I'll explain this with one simple example. Now if you are asked to find square of 20, that is 20 into 20. Here we have 1 0 in the number 20. So what we have to do here is simply multiply the first digit, that is 2 into 2, 4, and add 2 zeros. Yes. So the number of zeros in the square is always double the number of zeros in the given number. In general, if there are k zeros, okay, if there are k zeros in any number, then there are going to be 2k zeros in its square. Now one more example I'll tell you. Suppose if you are asked to find 500 square, that is 500 into 500. So here what is the number of zeros in 500? 2. So the number of zeros in its square is going to be 4, double of it. You have to simply find the square of 5, that is 25, and 4 zeros after this 25. So it's so simple and amazing. Exactly, we can say the reverse of it. If there are k zeros in square, then the number of zeros in its square root is going to be half of it. How? Now here we have 4 zeros in this square. It is perfect square. So in its square root, the number of zeros is going to be 2. So this is how the number of zeros in squares and square roots are related. So this is a very simple fact, but it helps a lot while finding the squares of the numbers ending with 0. So this is quite clear. Let's move to the next fact. Now this fact is regarding the digits after the decimal point. Yes, most of the time the students, they do mistake here. Yes, in decimal point in squares and square roots. More or less the rule for the zeros and digits after the decimal point is same. Let's see how. One point two into 1.2. Now here we have one digit after the decimal point. So first what we have to do, write the square of 12. Square of 12 is 144. Now we have one digit after the decimal point here in this number. So the digits after the decimal point in its square is going to be 2, double of it. So the point is going to come here. 1.2 into 1.2 is 1.44. Now the same sum, if it is 0.12 into 0.12. Now even here what we have to do first, write square of 12. 144. Check the number of digits after the decimal point. 2 digits. 2 digits. So the number of digits in its square is going to be 4. But here we have only 3 digits and we want 4 digits after the decimal point. So in such case we have to make 4 digits by placing 10 before this 144. So 0.12 into 0.12 is 0.0144. So even here we can explain this in such a way that if there are k number of digits after the decimal point in a number, then the number of digits after a decimal point in its square is going to be 2k. See, even this point is so simple. It's so simple, but still we find that most of the time the students do mistake while placing the decimal point in its square and square roots. Yes. Now here if there are 4 digits in the square, number of digits in the square root is going to be 2. Half of that. As I said, same rule like zeros. So hope this is quite clear to you. So now the students, they won't do mistake while placing the decimal point in squares and square root of the numbers when they come across such decimal point in the numbers. Now let's move to one more simple but interesting fact. Now this fact is related to the number of digits in perfect square and its square root. Yes. How many digits are there in the perfect square and how many digits are going to be in its square root? So let's see how it is related. Now suppose there are n number of digits in a perfect square. N number of digits in a perfect square. Now this n number of digits, it can be either odd or even. Isn't it? There are two possibilities. N is either odd or it's even. Now if n is odd number, then the number of digits in its square root is going to be n plus 1 upon 2. And if n is even, the number of digits in its square root is n upon 2. N upon 2. Yes. So this is how to find the number of digits in the square root. All these facts are quite simple, but this helps you to solve the simple questions. 1 mark question, 2 marks question, fill in the blanks, choose the correct answer. So this facts helps you in such type of questions. Here I'll just show you one simple example. Now let's take one simple example. 100. 100 is a perfect square. Now here 100. Number of digits in 100 is 1, 2, 3. 3. It's odd number. Isn't it? 3 is odd number. So how to find the number of digits in its square root? 3 digits plus 1 upon 2. 4 upon 2, that is 2. We know that square root of 100 is 10, which is a 2-digit number. So if there are 3 digits in square, number of digits in its square root is 2. Now let's check one more example. 3025. 3025. It is perfect square. It's square of 55. Now 3025. Here number of digits is 4. It's 4. It's even number. So how to find the number of digits in its square root? Here it is even. 4. Just 4 divided by 2. 2 ones are 2. 2 ones are 2 twos are. So this is how to find the number of digits in the square root. So if you know the number of digits in the perfect square of the number, you can easily find the number of digits in its square root. So this is how the number of digits in squares and square root is related. So hope even this fact is quite clear to you. So far in this continuous 2 videos, I discussed very simple facts. Yes, they are interesting, but still I discussed very simple facts. There are many more interesting and amazing facts regarding the squares and square roots. I will continue those facts in my next video. So for that, what you have to do? Yes, you have to subscribe my channel to get the regular updates of such interesting and amazing videos. And thank you so much for watching this video.